Welcome to our summer school 2022. My name is Margot Fuchs-Knill, and I'm the Dean of the Division Arts, Health and Society. We are going to introduce to you our faculty members of this summer school. And I will do an opening with a poem, a prayer for spring and peace. Yes must be more than an option. Let's get up every day and hold the yes in front of us. A shield of kindness. I am here with you, my sister, my brother, my global family. Let's get up every day, walk through the fields without kicking the grass. Let's give each other a chance to act peacefully. How else could we look spring gracefully into her blossoming eyes? I will be there for the whole time as one of the pioneers and core faculty teaching the core advisory group in expressive arts, language and discourse, where we will focus on poetry as an act of peace, and the advanced training where we practice to talk our theory. And it's my honor to pass it on to my colleague and dear friend, Jose Miguel.
Thank you, Margot. I am the program director of the CACS PhD program, and I will also be teaching in the master's and, of course, in the PhD program as well. And what I would like to offer is a place of encounter where we can encounter with our creativity, with an international community, and with the arts, of course, and see how together as a community we can explore ways of responding to the multiple crises we are living. So hopefully it will be a place of art-based research where we will research together in which ways expressive arts can respond, to what we are facing, and we will do it together. So now I pass it to the founding dean of the PhD program and the editor of the Poiesis Journal. It's my pleasure to pass it to Steve LeVine.
These are difficult times that we live in, a worldwide pandemic and a war in Europe. And we have to find ways to respond. I see Poiesis as a way to respond that gives us hope and a new vision of the future. And I hope to bring that to the summer school through the doctoral courses, through introducing the new book, Eco-Poiesis, which looks at the relationship of the arts and the arts therapies to the global crisis of climate change, pollution, and extinction of species, the most important crisis affecting us today. I will be showing the book, Eco-Poiesis, that I have edited with my colleague, Alexander Copperton, and I will be introducing the journal Poiesis, which is the journal of the Expressive Arts Division of the European Graduate School, and which has multiple voices all joining together to find a way through this crisis that we are in. I'd like to pass it over to my dear beloved Odette Les from Peru, magnificent poet, teacher, and being.
Thank you, Steve. Wow. I think my principal contribution is to be in poetry as a teacher of language and discourse through poetry. We will listen the sounds of crisis. We will listen the voice of war. We will hear the voice of the pandemic. We will hear the voice of our wounded world. We need to listen better. So to be in poetry is to learn to hear the song of life present in every day, to hear the song of silence, to hear the song of the time without time. In poetry, we will learn to inhabit our poetic sensitivity, to wait with patience the arrival of new words, to do ecopoiesis together again with the animals, with the plants, the human beings, with all that inhabit the world. And I pass the turn to my dear LeVine.
Thank you, Odette. I will not be in person in Saas-Fee this summer, just to say that, but I have been involved with the European Graduate School project since 1996, when we started the school, and I've been part of the founding team. And I don't intend to ever give up my connection to this incredible project, which I think is so relevant always, but especially now that we're coming hopefully out of the pandemic and really wanting to connect with each other. For me, that's what we do through the arts and through our presence with each other, whether it's through the computers or in person. Connection is so important. So I hope to be a support to the summer school. I hope to bring my many years of clinical work with children, families. I hope to bring my spirit of the arts, my love for the arts to the summer school as much as I can. I have lots of hopes and dreams for how I can stay connected to our work and to all of you and to the project. So I look forward to inventing new ways to be involved with this wonderful school, and I pass it on to Eileen.
Thank you. My name is Eileen Vartanyan. I'm based in Istanbul and I work in the area expressive arts and conflict transformation here in Istanbul as well. I've been numbed lately, not inactive, but numb. I was not easily surprised at anything that was coming onto me, and I know I was not alone. I was not surprised at being confined at home for days and stuck in the Zoom universe. I was not surprised to see the food prices go up every single day. I was vexed, yet still not surprised to see funding for the arts and artists was being cut everywhere. Here in Istanbul, we were not surprised when the Marmara Sea was covered with mucilage, a form of mucus and foam. This is what dwelling in uncertainty feels like, being numbed and losing the ability to respond, our responsibility. The last week came with the war blowing in the middle of the so-called civilization. Staying numb does not change the reality we are faced with. And poiesis tells us not to surrender, to this state of numbness. This year, I will be looking forward to inviting the participants of the EGS to get ready to get surprised, finally, to kindle the capacity to feel with others and be reminded of the emotional and moral bond that connects us through the multiple modalities of the arts. May we find the source in us to give shape to the change we want to see. And also remember Edith Turner's words, communitas comes easily when the hands are working. Thank you very much. And I'll pass it on to dear Kerry.
Thank you, Eileen. I'm Kerry McLeod, and I'll be teaching project design and implementation in the field from a multi-systems perspective in the master's program this summer. And I am so aware as geopolitical conflicts and the environmental crisis really escalate on a global scale, there is an acute need to develop ethical and culturally fluent projects that really honor those who are most affected right now, and to really raise up their dignity and well-being in ethical ways. So for this course, I'm offering insights, tangible resources, some lessons from the field, very hard lessons at times from 20 years of working with communities in conflict transformation, peace building, and also refugee resettlement projects around the globe. And I'm really hoping that as we explore the expressive arts through a decolonizing lens, we'll build both skills and sensibilities that can be applied in a range of community and therapeutic contexts, and really consider how positionality and all of what we're bringing to our work really impacts the power dynamics that we can experience through an intersectional lens. So it's really my intention that we can amplify both the living systems and the systemic injustices of these times. And I hope that together we can really cultivate an aesthetics of care as we listen to one another across differences, imagine new project possibilities, and collectively respond in every sense to the call of this current moment. So I'm really looking forward to creating with you all this summer. And I'll pass it on to Jacques.
Thank you, Kerry. I work in Geneva normally, and I will be in Saas-Fee this summer with a big pleasure. I will come with art, with poetry, and with research. And I also will be there with my specific daydreaming ability and rebounding ability and questioning ability. And I will be open to welcome what is not yet here, what is not yet now. And I hope to feel alive. I hope to feel your life, and I also hope to feel the life around us. And now I pass it to Judith.
Thank you, Jack. I'm Judith Alalu from Lima, Peru. I'm now living in Barcelona. I want to bring my experience of all these years as a teacher and therapist. I like the exchange, the dialogues that I can start with the students and the community of teachers from different places and cultures, and in this way to continue develop and nurture the field of expressive art therapy. I really miss being in community, creating beauty and learning together. As a student of EGS, I always remember the importance of this kind of experiential and theoretical experiences for my learning process. And I believe that today, in this vulnerable moment of the world, the expressive arts can generate spaces for transformation in different kinds of contexts. The possibilities of the arts, imagination, bringing beauty to the world, deform and transform our own stories in imaginative ways. It's crucial to feel a sense of vitality. I am doing my dissertation on vitality and expressive art therapy, and I wanted to share with you, the students, and also in this way, learning as a teacher, as a faculty member. So hope to see you soon, and I passes now to Barbara, a colleague, friend of Berlin.
Thank you, Judith. I'm Barbara Hucher. I am the Assistant Dean of the Arts, Health and Society Division, faculty member, and director of the Expressive Arts Institute, Berlin, Germany. I will be teaching in the master's and in the doctoral program in both sessions this summer. And I will also, or I wish to contribute to the well-being of the community as a counselor and as a musician. There's a lot I could say about the fabric of experience that we are offering in our field, especially the way we create hope in moving gracefully and courageously into the unknown and wait for what is arriving from this exploration. But I think more than ever, we are asked to reflect upon our values individually and collectively, and to establish and maintain an ethical way of being in the world. I place art as an existential source of our humanness right in the middle of this reflection. And I teach and live from this existential point of reference. I would like to share this with all of you. And I pass it to my friend and colleague in Hong Kong, KK.
Thank you, Barbara. It's KK from Hong Kong. I heard the key word humanness. I love to collaborate with our humanness cross-culturally. In the summer school, I will work with Margot in the core group to set up a platform so that we could hold the students together from different continents and help them to shape not just the challenges, but through decentering, we help them to shape the resources, and then they can connect the resource with the challenge to live through the crisis right now globally. And also, I will be teaching and sharing philosophy in the class with Odette. Seems like throughout the crisis, we have to know something somehow, or to know something of the unknown and nothingness in order to live through the crisis. That's why we need the wisdom cross-culturally, collectively. I'll share about the Taoist wisdom about easy is right, so that we could live through the crisis, hopefully at ease. But that's not easy, but we have hope, I believe. I'll pass it to my colleague, Gopika.
Hi, I'm Gopika Dahanukar, the Director and Institute Leader of Swahansa Expressive Arts India. This year, I will be with you in period 2 as a visiting fellow in the poetry and discourse, language and discourse called Class with Margot. And I will also be sharing my artistic work in an arts festival in response to the crisis that we face today. The work will be an invitation to a sanctuary of peace that we will create and build together in a space, an evolutionary collaborative art piece that will be another form, perhaps, of community art. And I look forward to meeting with all of you and being with all of you in this regenerative container for the arts that EGS provides us. Thank you. And I pass it to Gracelynn.
Thank you, Gopika. My name is Gracelynn Lau, Lau Zhongyan, and Gushin Tawad in Hakwamino, given by the Kauts and tribe people. I'm very aware of the creative dynamic and tension and privilege of all my identity politics. And so I'm bringing with my presence and my integrity into exploring how can the art can be a place where we meet each other to acknowledge all these layers of traumas, identity, but also meet each other from our hearts. I will be coming in to assist Steve in the courses in the PhD program online. I guess what I'm bringing in is the spirit of a trickster, because what I found so special in expressive art is the ability to stay in the discomfort, welcoming the awkward and walk in the unknown and allow the question to come to us. And I think this is a really important skills for all of us to have when we're moving into crisis. I look forward to meeting all of you.